from the station that's on your side. News 12, first at 5, continues.
Some groups say a new bill is attacking trans youth, while some lawmakers say it's protecting parents' rights. The debate continues next, live at 5.
But first, the sun is out, but cold mornings returning this week. I think all of our flowers are probably in danger if they're outside. We had a beautiful bloom the last couple of weeks. We're going to send things over to First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale.
Yeah, I would imagine a lot of azaleas north of Augusta did drop. Other than that, we got clear skies overhead, just a little bit cool outside. Take a look at some warmer temps late into the week in just about 10 minutes.
All right, thanks for that, Riley. Last night, the Senate voted yes to move a bill forward that would ban health care for trans youth. That means no access to hormone-blocking medication or gender-affirming surgeries.
State House reporter Abby Kasoris has been following this story all day and has more from groups fighting against the measure.
This bill bringing up very personal and passionate stories. We saw this meeting room of the Capitol packed today. Parents whose children are currently undergoing this care are voicing their concerns, while others say these irreversible changes should only be made later in life.
Trans rights are human rights.
On Tuesday, people protested outside of the Capitol.
We know that kids who don't have access to gender-affirming care have a higher rate of suicide, of depression, of anxiety. So this bill can literally kill people.
Senate Bill 140 would ban gender-affirming care for minors in Georgia. Roughly 3,000 minors in the state receive hormones and surgeries. The bill sponsor, Senator Cardin Summers, says minors can't make up their minds before 18 because their brains are not fully developed.
Make their own decision after 18 years old. Whatever they decide to do is their business. But until they reach 18 years old, no surgeries and gender surgeries.
Standing room only as people like Leonardo Hennen got up to speak in opposition for the bill.
This bill would restrict essential care for transgender minors, care that I know is the reason that I am living today.
Hennen went through hormone therapy at 13 years old and surgery at 15, a decision that helped him feel more himself.
I honestly do not think that I could be sitting here speaking about this because I just don't think that I could have survived the pain and anguish that I felt and had before I transitioned.
The Center for Disease Control says LGBTQ youth are more than 4 times as likely to attempt suicide than their peers.
Bill won't affect me anymore since I'm an adult. I can't imagine what I would have had to gone through had I been born a few years later.
The committee voted 12 to 10 to pass this bill on through the legislative process. Now this bill passed narrowly through the Senate, and representatives say that it could face more opposition in the House. In Atlanta, I'm Abby Kasoris.
Meanwhile, South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson has joined attorneys general from 20 other states to file a brief in support of fairness in women's sports. According to the office, the brief is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to remove an injunction blocking the Save Women's Sports Act. Officials said the law would prevent biological males from participating on female sports teams and taking athletic opportunities away from females.
Parents in Richmond County, you have 30 minutes to make it to the final right-sizing meeting for the school district. The district wants to merge Terrace Manor Elementary School into Wheelus Elementary. They are also proposing to merge Willis Foreman Elementary School into Deer Chase and Hebsba Elementary Schools. The last chance to weigh in on these proposals is tonight at 6 o'clock at the Board of Education building on Broad Street.
The USC Aiken men's basketball team is the only Peach Belt team standing in the Division II NCAA tournament, and tonight they are playing in the Sweet 16.
And News 12 Sports Director Dan Booth joins us live from Christenberry Fieldhouse ahead of tonight's game. Dan.
Marathon Will, March Madness is in full effect, and how sweet it is that the Peach Belt Co-Conference regular season champion USC Aiken Pacers are one of the 16 final men's basketball teams still standing in all of Division II. This team has waited almost a decade to have this opportunity in the Sweet 16, and in addition to that, despite falling short in the Peach Belt Conference tournament, they are making up for it when it matters most in the NCAA tournament. They advanced to the Sweet 16 by pulling off the upset against their longtime rival, the Augusta University Jaguars, for the 3rd time this season. A trip to the Elite Eight is on the line tonight, and USC Aiken will have their hands full with the number 3 seed Lincoln Memorial team, the same team that they lost to in their second game of the season by 21 points. So naturally, this is a great opportunity for some payback in front of a crowd that should be leaning in their favor.
Every time we step out there on the court, every bus ride, I'm stepping out there and I'm embracing everything. I'm taking in everything, but still focus on the prize, what the main goal is.
Augusta isn't home, but it's real close, so it's really great because a lot of our fans are able to come, and if we were far away, a lot of our fans wouldn't probably be able to make it. So we feed off their energy. We got great fans, so it's just, I feel like it's our responsibility to come out and just play as hard as we can.
Once the fans start working their way in here tonight, I expect it to be loud from the opening tip, just because of how much these two teams are playing for. USC Aiken is playing in the Sweet 16 for the first time since the 2013-14 season, and what's interesting about that is this team has worked the entire year to get to this point, and all their hard work after falling behind in numerous games is starting to really pay off when it matters most. Now stick around, because at the top of the hour, we're going to hear from head coach Mark Vanderslice, and he's going to tell me just how important this opportunity is for him and for his program, knowing everything that they've been putting on this season. The opening tip is scheduled for 7 o'clock, and I'll have more throughout the evening. Reporting from Christenberry Fieldhouse, Dan Booth on your side.
All right, thanks, Dan. Certainly a great opportunity for that team, and something we're looking forward to. Should be a great matchup tonight. We'll check back in with you. Well, the city of North Augusta is working quickly to make improvements to SRP Park. This is due to the MLB's affiliate rules on stadium requirements. The city administrator says of the $750,000 of improvements needed, the Green Jackets have already funded $250,000. This is for improved lighting, which was installed within the last 2 weeks. The council previously pre-funded the Stadium Improvement Fund through 2025, knowing the stadium changes are needed. North Augusta also says that there is no current risk of the MLB pulling the Green Jackets from North Augusta.
New today, the city of Augusta purchasing the historic Reverend C.T. Walker House. Tomorrow, the city will honor the purchase and the significance of the home. Reverend Charles T. Walker has a highly respected community leader in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. He's best known as a preacher and evangelist who traveled the world. Tomorrow's ceremony is set for 11 a.m.
Well, Augusta is buzzing with excitement. Masters Week is less than 3 weeks away for us. Can't believe that already. But thousands are expected to pack out the city.
And to prepare for all of the extra visitors from all over the world, local landscaping businesses have been putting in the extra shifts to help get everyone's yard in tip-top shape. Our Nick Phelan is here live at 5.
Yeah, we're less than a month away from visitors and golf fans coming to the city of Augusta. With those staying in different home rental options, owners want to keep up with the landscaping to welcome the visitors. Nicer lawns mean landscaping companies are expanding their routes. Georgia's Green Lawn Care says during this time their client list doubles and depending on the year can even triple with clients, which makes CEO Fahim Blair work consistently sun up to sundown in order to make sure lawns are in great shape come April. He talks on how they started the prep work weeks ago.
Usually we go ahead and start servicing all our equipment. We go ahead and put down a lot of our application, fertilizers, weed treatments, and things like that. Go ahead and start trimming all our bushes, just really doing a lot of prep work on our yards so that when April comes, we're pretty much ready to just hit the road.
Coming up all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we learn more about how this company is getting ready for the big week and how they game plan months in advance.
It is an important week. Thanks for that, Nick. We have an update on Central EMS ambulance service moving into Augusta. Mayor Garnett Johnson says the city hopes to have a baseline deal lined up by May 8th. Now, that is the date. Central EMS says they will have ambulances in Augusta with or without a deal on the table. They also created the 2023 Augusta Emergency Management Subcommittee in today's meeting. CEOs from doctors' hospitals, AUMC, and Piedmont are advisors on that committee. Augusta Fire Chief, the director of Augusta's Emergency 911 Center, the city administrator, and general counsel will also serve. They'll help work on bringing the city closer to a deal.
Well, there's a house in North Augusta grabbing the attention of every single person that drives by during this time of year, and this is why right here. Hundreds of azaleas shower the front yard of the Pink House in North Augusta. According to the current owner, this home was built in 1917 and has been a staple in the community ever since. You can see how beautiful the bloom is this time of year, so we stopped by to talk with the owner about what it's like taking care of the yard and having so many people stop by in the community to enjoy it.
Oh, we get lots of compliments, especially this time of year, and we welcome people to come on in the yard and take pictures if they want, and we've had a lot of people do that every year. So we're proud of it, that's for sure. We enjoy the fact that everybody enjoys being able to see it every spring.
Well, he says he lets his wife do all the creative work while he just cleans up the mess. But coming up all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we're talking with the previous owner on the story of how all the azaleas were planted and why the house ended up pink there in North Augusta. Riley, he was talking about all the weather, the cold weather that we were seeing. The azaleas weren't as colorful as they had been the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, unfortunately not, Will. We actually do have some very cold temperatures heading our way tonight and again tomorrow night, so you definitely want to protect your azaleas if they're starting to be in full bloom. I have an update on the full forecast just after the break.
Time and temp.
Well, breaking news, a Columbia Middle School student has been charged for terroristic threats. The school district sent a letter to parents today saying the student made a comment suggesting the use of an explosive device at school.
Yeah, and they said that they will be held to the standards of the Code of Conduct. Parents, as a reminder, they also want you to talk to your children about the seriousness of making threats of any nature, even if made in a joking manner, because they take it very seriously and your child could get in a lot of trouble.
Absolutely.
There is a new drinking trend on the rise on college campuses. Now police have issued a warning. We'll talk about that next.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
All right.
Trend on the rise on college campuses. Now police have issued a warning. We'll talk about that next.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
All right.
Free admission, free parking. Call 855 SPA sale.
New at 5, Clemson University police are warning students about a viral new alcoholic drink. Police say it's called a BORG. It stands for Blackout Rage Gallon. Basically, police say it involves mixing water with alcohol, electrolytes, and caffeine. National health officials define binge drinking as having 4 or 5 drinks within 2 hours or bringing your blood alcohol concentration to 0.08%. When it comes to BORG, most students say they've learned about it through social media, TikTok in particular.
All I know is like you mix alcohol with something that makes it taste better and you try to finish it or by the end of the party.
In my experience with it, it's not gone well, so I wouldn't recommend it, but some people love it, and so I won't stop them.
It's just a cheap way to get drunk. It's pretty much.
Again, Clemson University officials say this hasn't caused the type of problems that have been reported elsewhere, but some people say it's not bad. You control what's in it, so maybe you put a little bit of alcohol and a lot of Gatorade.
Yeah.
May not be the worst thing, or it could be a terrible thing, depending on how you pack your board.
Yeah, a lot of people at spring break doing that right now. Well, tax filing Georgians will be getting some money back thanks to the state's multi-billion-dollar surplus. Governor Brian Kemp has signed the mid-year budget.
The amended budget I signed on Friday will give nearly $1 billion back to Georgians for homeowner tax relief, saving them around $500 on their property tax bill. $250 back to single filers, $500 to those who filed jointly.
Even after the rebates, the state will still find itself with around a $5 billion surplus. Kemp said it's a good cushion to have in case things go south with the economy. Stick with us. We'll have much more news and weather coming up after a short break.
Meet Kristen. She's alive today thanks to around 25 lifesavers who donated blood.
I owe this massive thank you.
At the Blood Connection, we believe that lifesavers deserve to be thanked. Come donate blood with the Blood Connection and find out what it really means to be rewarded.
The If in life.
Find out what it really means to be rewarded.
Well, today is National Pi Day, and the mathematical constant of 3.14. I'm going to stop you right there because apparently everyone knows the rest of the letters.
159, but I don't know it past that.
No. It's represented by the Greek letter pi. We're not doing all that.
It's just easier, yeah.
I heard mathematics and the brain went off.
Yeah, today math lovers and pizza and pie enthusiasts are uniting. So we stopped by one of our local pie shops to see what they're cooking up today. Oh man, I'm hungry. The Pie Hole, very busy today.
Great name.
Yeah, the owner says this is their second busiest day of the year, aside from Thanksgiving. Plus, their mini pies today are only $3 and
14 cents.
Yes.
So it's a family-owned business, so we want everybody to feel at home. We want it, to provide the best pies in town. We're the only pie shop, so it's a great day to visit us if you have never visited us before.
And they have dozens of mini pies like pecan.
Pecan.
See what I did there? It's pecan.
Pecan.
Chocolate, key lime, pecan again, taco, and chicken pot pie. Some of our newsroom even had a taste test earlier today, and they said it's definitely a fan favorite. It's the only pie shop, so I would expect it to be the fan favorite in the area.
Yeah.
But
shout out to Nick Beelan who took the video and everyone's order before he went.
everyone's moving on pie
Yes.
day.
All right, favorite pie. What y'all got?
It's got to be apple pie. American
apple.
classic.
Key lime, unless you're
Key lime,
talking
you're going
Definitely top
unless
five.
you're talking apple pie with
Meredith.
ice cream on it.
I'm here with